Good morning, everyone. What a powerful day we have before us. Good morning. My name's TsR&x. I am a spiritual mentor. My intention in my journey is to help people raise consciousness, have a greater understanding of the consciousness they hold, and to continually grow it into a profound, loving being in the highest way. So, today, I believe we have a lot to be happy about. Opportunity for our world to have a clearer understanding and a new way of appreciating each other and the world is being offered to us. So we shall see how that all works out, won't we? But first we must allow it within ourselves. For as we look at consciousness, we understand that we are the highest for ourselves, within ourselves, and then we'll have people mirror it back to us. So, today, first thing, I have picked 3 cards, and then I'm going to have a most profound guest, one you may not have heard of, as Paul the Venetian. And I will explain all these things along the way. But he is one who is a great, I guess we could call him a mentor, a teacher, of helping people discover a new plan, a new way, of greater choices, of higher perception. So first I chose a life card, and the message is about being together in the light, which is what we are all looking for in this moment. The beautiful high phylum angel with all these earth beings bringing around possibilities. So let's read what she says. I give thanks for all who enter my life. I understand we are all exactly who and where we are meant to be, and everyone contributes to each other's personal growth. Every reaction someone draws from me is a gift from their soul to mine, meant to help me free from my inner conflict. Today, by focusing on my own development rather than on others' faults, I become one with the divine. So, here we are. What a wonderful image. So to support us in doing that, I went to a different set of cards. And this card came forward first. The path of the gods. Decisions, meetings, and future plans. And this felt right to me because I think no matter who each of us are, we have new plans that we have a quandary about, which is the highest and best good for us, or is it too soon, or is it too late? And am I ready? Just like for me the other day, take the leap. So, the path of the gods speak of a place like this meadow, and there is a meeting place near to this, which is invisible, where you can go to heal. And how do you get there is by meeting someone or becoming friends with someone who knows about it, like myself. And then you can find yourself into an awareness that has a great simplicity, also a great love, and most of all, a wondrous understanding. So for a moment of time, you will be able to go there and not have judgment, criticism, have to, all those different things about how to live that day or for many days. It's called transformation. Yes, no mistake. This week we are working on transformation. Yesterday we had messages down the corridor of transformation. So these are two fairies who are developing upon their journey. And they are out in the meadow dancing. But we have that peace within us, each of us, that joy, that happiness, that fulfillment of wherever it is we are on each day. Or maybe it takes days. So if you haven't seen it before, up here is the invisible place. Could you see it before? Or did you only see the fairies in the meadow? Well, there are many beautiful corridors that you can walk down and know that innately you will find your way to where you're meant to be and who you're meant to see. And maybe it's just for you. The thing you can never plan is future. You must allow and trust your heart, who has been already in alignment with Mother Mary, to know where to take you. And you do know how to get there. How about that? And the last card is interesting because it's the number 1 card. And it is the Healing Temple. In this order, it shows us that you go to the Healing Temple after you've been to the path. And there it is. For restoration, cure, and safety. It is a wondrous thing to bathe in this lake. No need to worry about the quality of the water. It is so pure. But to allow the water to go so far in depth within the layers of the soul of who you are, and to bring freshness and newness. Again, perhaps not everybody's ready for this journey that has showed us today, but perhaps it's you, so that it is worthwhile for me to take the time to show you. But there are always answers. There are always more things to reveal, places to discover and to move towards. So, any questions so far? Let me say hello. We didn't do our opening. It was just so exciting that all that came for everybody today. So we'll say good morning to Chase and to Cavell and Barbara and Carol and Christina and Julie and Barbara maybe again. And God bless all your beings in your area and the land and the trees. And may the fires find their way. I believe there's a place deep within the earth where there's a community of the trees. And I want you to imagine going there and asking them to find peace and no longer have anger. And we will see if that helps. Marby and Chase again. So that just came to me. I'm seeing below the earth there. And, sometimes the fire occurs to allow a newness to grow up from the ground. And there is a participant of that happening also. But let's understand it's time now for this to be over. And the rage and the newness of anger to each other need to find a way to reach out and have kindness in their heart towards each other so that the fire can be displaced. Understand it is no different then the world of America, where most of you do live, it is like a tug of war from one side to another. And it is time to just let it all rest and let the truth find its way, and to feel good once again about that which was chosen long ago, actually through Saint Germain. Germain stood at the back of the writing of the Constitution and was the one who brought the United States of America to fruition. And his famous words is, just sign it. Even then, there was much discussion and back and forth and wondering. And it is just about knowing your heart and just signing it. Just signing it. Much as the same message is for each of us. Just do it. Just embrace your heart. Embrace the love that you are. And we'll move forward. So, let's bring Mother, Father down deep into our hearts. And we've kind of have your hearts open from all our discussion already. And we'll bring forth all the phylums of the angels and the ascended masters. And welcome those of the universe who are walking in peace within their light. And welcome them to join us. And here on this day, we will once again make our mantra. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. Many blessings. It is interesting how every day that we, as for myself, speak this mantra, there is another depth of understanding that emerges into each word. I am will. And I think of the willful part of me. And what is it choosing? How does that look? And I am love. And how do I express that love? Not only to others, but most importantly to myself. And this is such a great question to ask yourself each and every day. How do I love myself? How do I leave not anywhere a doubt that my heart and my consciousness are working together and moving myself forward in a state of love? What a grand gesture. So, now I'm going to surrender. Paul the Venetian is an ascended being. One thing he does work with is the music of the world. But yet another piece that we're going to encourage him to support us with today is the journey on the path. All right? All right. It's a great welcome to all of you here who can hear me. The journey, as in your language it is called, is the placement of one foot in front of another with the carriage of it being in your heart. So the question always is where is your heart today? What is it resonating towards? And where has it resonated before? Are you within the capacity of understanding your growth? where you come from, where you're going, and your intention, always with the basis of Mother and Father's love and attention. So it is today, in many ways, is a day of choice. Yes, you may ask me, is every day for you a day of choice? What would be your answer? And the answer would be yes, whether or not it's how you breathe, how you taste, what you eat, how you hold yourself in light, how you become frightened, or if there is no fear, how do you embrace? How do you see another? The list is long, and what is purposeful upon the choice of the path and what you believe. Do you believe? As you breathe in and you breathe out, and it brings life into that heart. What is it that you believe? Do you believe that love is everywhere? That all that is God is yours? That kindness and gentleness are yours, and this only can be if it lies alive within your own heart. Contemplate my words. Only if it lives within your own heart. And let's contemplate your hands, that which is a God-given gift to have action. But more importantly, to be able to touch, to have the action of the love you are, to move through the nadis, and to have an action of energy that can touch yourself and another with the grandness of that light, with the expansion that holds the understanding of love. So many simple things that in your world often taken for granted. And my purpose to come in here today is to expand the awareness of being upon your path and not letting so many things fall by the wayside. For it is in the simplicity of understanding all things that your heart and love grow. You see? When there is that apple within your hand, and you have a wonderment of how the seeds from within the apple will create new apples, and how the tasty meat within the apple will have you place a smile upon your face and fulfillment into the belly. So many actions, all in one thing. All in one thing. So as we look at you as a singular action, how many possibilities are there? And for you to ask yourself, how many are done in the energy of such a profound, sweet love? And how many are done from within the energy of anger or sourness or criticism or judgment? How many? So, yes, there are healing temples. There are temples for meditation. There are stones of energy. Perhaps one will become that which is like your twin. That when you hold that stone, you are holding you. and you illuminate and radiate together. So many possibilities. And then there are your feet. Many uses. Many who have traveled so far. Many who haven't hardly began because their path is so intense. So let's embrace that action of the feet, being strong, durable, and let's embrace them with your love. All these parts of you, along with your beating heart, which is so much even more than a beating heart, but a heart that is enlivened with a deep love of Mother, Father, and will radiate to every cell of who you are one day. And one will simply look at you and see the holiness within you. It is quite the experience. So as we rub our fingers together, just ever so gently, see if you can feel it. As we call forth your energy from deep within your heart to activate. As the great central sun sends the third ray of Orion, the pink light of love, down into the heart, and to have it come down over your shoulders into your hands. For I am of the pink ray. Yes, pink ray waving right. I see. I want you to feel that pink ray in these fingertips. Feel the sweetness and the gentleness, the peace and the harmony, the love that never ends. It need not be a circle or a square or a diamond. It is simply never ending. And it is yours. You need simply call it in as we did from the great central sun. And begin to allow the pink ray to work through you and to heal those places which have lived otherwise. And begin to forgive and to embrace and to let go. And clear the mind. Allow the music of sweetness and joy and higher frequency move through the nadis of your consciousness. And begin to illuminate every day, each and every way of that whom you are, of whom you truly will become, which is the light, a being of light. My name is Paul the Venetian. I have enjoyed coming to speak to you. I can see a quality of the light beginning to instigate itself within each of you. You need not forget it, for it is everlasting. Perhaps it won't be until next week that you remember, but it will be there. I will come and I will go, but I will never forget this day. To have such loving hearts awake and listening, along with willingness to transform and to become. Blessing in the divine world's name. Paul the Venetian. You can begin to bring yourself back into the room, taking some deep breaths. Begin to feel yourself hold that pink light in a way perhaps you haven't before. It's a very deep process. Are there anyone who have questions? Is there anyone who enjoyed the message from Paul the Venetian? Are you coming back into the room? I thought it was very fascinating how he could take the smallest piece of us and make us have such a deep awareness in a different way about its action and how to begin to live with it. Very unique. And yet that is what masters do, is change perception of how things are in a deeper way. All right, let's see here. Good morning, Yolanda. How are you? Julie, you lost connection in the middle of the message. Yes, I would suggest both for you and Yolanda that you go back and start. Today, Paul the Venetian spoke about the path, and it was very profound. I would assume some are not even back yet. All right. And Chase and Barbara, as you are coming back, and Marby. He could take you just feeling and rubbing your fingers together and the light that holds. He was of the third ray from Orion, which is love. And you could feel, for myself at least, along I'm sure with some of you, the mastery he held of the gift of that love. And the power of, as he spoke it. Good, Yolanda. I think you will love it. Christina, how did you enjoy? Are you still here with us? So Barbara says, that was a beautiful message. I'm still luxuriating at Orion's pink ray. Yes. A sense of so much love and peace. The energy of fingers still tingling. Yes, that's my, I got the chills down my spine. My memory also of what a gift that he has given us to be able to remind ourselves as I do this, chills keep moving down my spine, of the simplicity of the Orion's pink ray. Love, just the simplicity of love is at our fingertips. Julie says, that's my jam. Yes. I didn't want to leave until I heard back from someone because it was very deep and very powerful. And I wanted to make sure everyone moved back into their body. How about you, Chase? Are you there somewhere? And Christina? It certainly lets us be aware that love, very good, Chase. Glad to see you here. That love can be so a minute piece and yet so expansive. One and the same. And while we think in a moment perhaps of love just simply being, and there's so much more to it. And we'll be grateful to him for sharing that. And like he said, I guess he'll be coming back again another time. Barbara, I love your word, luxuriating. And how about you, Cavell? I think he was letting you know he is aware of you. And you're waving pink ray. That was sweet. So while the masters and the angels seem invisible, I'm hoping that you're all learning they are real and they are there. And that you can believe, and they do come when you need them and help you. And perhaps more than anyone, because you really didn't maybe know of Paul the Venetian, you could feel him and the heightening of who he is, and that he's just not love down the street. He's love around the world and beyond, you see. And who is ever to know what all our different paths have in store for us? But perhaps it instills a excitement and a passion about discovering. And I'm sure I will more than likely ask him to come back again and speak about music together and what there is for him to teach us each about music. That would be very fascinating. All right, Christina, maybe you're working, and Cavell, are you here? Well, I'm gratefully thrilled that you all came to participate in this day. The weekend is coming. My week next week may be a little choppy. They're coming to do construction on where we live, so it could be I'll miss Wednesday. I don't know. No one knows for sure. But I will be here Monday, and perhaps I'll have more information about it all. Okay. Well, I hope you have a wonderful experience, and perhaps the fires will bless you by ending. Who knows? Does sound like a lot of fun and great music. So, all right. So, wondrous love from the third ray to everyone who hasn't shown back up here. Maybe you went on your way. And know that everyone needs to be grounded and into the earth and into their body after such a deep process. And we will remember the healing temple and the path of the gods and the great angel bringing us all together in the light. So here's Cavell. Yes, thank you, Cavell. Morby, that's a great idea. I will probably do the same. I'm glad to be here with all of you. Had a crazy morning. Traffic was awful, but you made it. That's what's important. Just call out and ask them to help you with the traffic, dear. That's not a bothersome. They understand. So, everybody, enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. And I will see you on Monday. Many blessings. In the sweet pink love of Third Ray.